Welcome to the podcast. This is episode 36. Something new. Open up with C Saint. This is the battle rapper from Buffalo. I don't know. I mean, oh man, it's gonna get me in trouble. He's nice. He's dumb nice. C Saint is dumb nice, and I put money on my man over here. I don't really know somebody who could top him as far as like just the sheer bars, wittiness, as far as like a whole package.
Are there other battle rappers? I mean, there are other battle rappers from Buffalo. Okay.
Yes.
Right off the bat, I think of BDMC, and Boogie Blue. But other than that,
John Qualis. I asked him, my man, Witchcraft Washington.
Kush Cloud. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying like, oh, they can't fuck with me or nothing like that. But like,
these are people who exist.
Yeah, these are people who exist.
Yes. And they battle rap.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you nice. So
I'm alright.
I had to. All right, fine. He's all right. What I was saying earlier, I was exaggerating for the cameras and shit. And niggas okay, I guess.
I've been catching a couple bodies.
Hey man, talk your shit. You want to tell me to talk my shit? Talk your shit. The fuck?
I don't like doing that though.
No, everybody.
It's always a bigger and badder fish. So I'm always trying to keep that mentality. However, the fish that been fucking with me have been getting just destroyed.
You've been eating minnows.
Yeah.
And you're a shark in the water.
Yeah, that's kind of an annoying thing though, because like,
I would feel you.
Like a lot of people, like it was a couple people in my last battle. They kind of got turned off because they was like they heard the dude first round, and then I went and they was like, "Well, it's over after that."
Right.
Like, and it was like he's not gonna be able to fuck with Chris's energy.
It's just totally different leagues and levels.
Yeah. So it is what it is, though. I think I am I think I'm like. Because I used to be like, oh, I'm all right. But, you know, the more I battle, I'm like, nah, Chris, you might actually have something. Now I feel like if I was given a fair shot on like Smack or something like that, I would fuck with a lot of them.
Like, some like the names?
Yeah, like, I mean, PGs? Like, okay, so like, just for the sake of conversation, my favorite battle rapper out right now is Jada Nightwing.
Okay. I haven't even heard of him before.
Dude, the man, he's like diesel ass nigga, sounds like The Rock.
Oh my God.
When he rap, the man sounds like The Rock. But I promise you, wordplay is incredible, performance incredible. And when he on his shit, is like, it's not too many people who I feel like can fuck with him. And he don't mind getting like physical and shit. Like he's just a dope ass battle rapper, and I just gravitated toward his energy.
Right.
I would love to battle him one day because I know it would be fire.
Right. Because y'all both got that same like hardcore energy.
Yeah. Like I don't be out here acting like I'm gonna slap everybody in the face, but no, really, like when I'm rapping, I'll be down for whatever niggas want to do.
Right.
So I done pushed a couple people, gave them a little shoulder shrug. I'm about that life when I'm rapping because I mean it.
Right. I was gonna say, like, how do you feel about the whole like super physical thing, like grabbing you by the shirt, and, like, throw you around the stage?
It's one thing the distinction that people usually don't make, is that there's a difference between physical and disrespectful.
Right.
The most disrespectful thing I done seen, Arsenal just blew Smoking Cassidy face, and that shit was hilarious. That was funny as a motherfucker, dude. And he just blew Smoking that nigga face and mid round. You gotta shoot somebody after that.
Yo.
But like
that shit was crazy as hell.
Yeah, I would never do something like this. I don't even smoke, but I would never do something like this.
Right.
Grab somebody though, you know,
right?
It's fine
because you get into it.
As long as you're okay when that energy is reciprocated,
right.
You can't be physical and then be like, "Don't touch me, nigga, don't touch me." It's like, nah, you get at when in my last battle, I had shoulder shrug Klax. I ain't like fucking bopped the nigga, but I like shoulder shrugged him. If he'd have shoulder shrugged me too, I'd be like, all right, yeah, that's the time we on right now.
Yeah.
I give the energy that I would want to be reciprocated,
right?
Because some battles do need to be physical. It's a battle.
Right.
As long as y'all dap it up when y'all are done, everybody good. We ain't about to fight afterwards. It's a battle. We giving a performance. This is part of my performance.
Right.
Don't disrespect me though. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's a whole different thing. At a certain point, like don't like get on stage and just attack my manhood. Don't try and goat me into fighting you and then be surprised when it happened.
Right.
I don't be disrespectful to people like that. Am I in your ear? Yes. Is it intense? Yes. Have I been close to getting knocked out? Probably not, because I'm respectful at the end of the day, and I dap them up afterwards. It's all battle rap at the end of the day.
What would you say would be crossing the line though? Like the single step over the line. What do you
I don't want to show my cards and like, you know, but at the same time though, I have a soft spot for when people talk about my moms.
Right.
That sucks.
Right.
I understand that they just don't know.
But it takes you there. Didn't that happen in one of your battles?
It happened in like 2 of them.
Yeah.
3 of them.
You could see all of them, right?
Yeah. I got 4 battles under my belt. 3 of them, somebody said something about my moms. Klax didn't say nothing about my moms, but I just be expecting it at this point.
Yeah.
The first battle I had, it was fresh because, you know, she passed in 2017. So the first battle I had, it was fresh. It was like right on my like mind. And he said it. I'm like, oh, he doesn't know.
Yeah.
The second battle, he doesn't know. The third battle, he doesn't know. But it takes me there for a second, but then the first thing I think is like, well, Chris, your mom will want you to eat these niggas up.
Right.
And that's what happens.
Right.
So I know this nigga ain't really fuck my moms. I ain't met you until today. Like, you know, it's not like, now if a nigga get up there and go, yeah, nigga, cancer.
Because at that point,
we gotta fight. We gotta shake after this.
Right.
I'm gonna let you get your shit off. After this, I need them hands.
Right.
Because you're just being disrespectful at this point.
And
that's what I mean.
They would probably know.
Yeah, you would probably know and looked it up.
Yeah.
Which is why one of my favorite rounds ever recently was Murder Mook and Tay Rock. I don't know how deep you are in like battle rap culture and shit, but like
I used to be real heavy into it, but lately I've been like kind of off of it.
Murder Mook and Tay Rock went at it, and Murder Mook had kind of like spit a verse or whatever. And I guess like in the previous battle, it ended up getting canceled because they was fighting or whatever. And that nigga Brill said, it was a different battle, but Briz Rothstein said something about Murder Mook mom, and his mom passed. So he was just like, what the fuck?
Right.
And Murder Mook had said something. He was like, yo, fuck you and your mom's a bitch. I'm gonna say that again.
Murder Mook said that?
Tay-Rock.
Wow.
He was like, "Fuck you and your mom's a bitch." He went because Murder Mook's mom was passed, so he said that to Tay Rock.
Yeah.
What's
he up? Just went and got. I'm sorry. He just went and got water.
It's all
got
good.
it on your arm. Stewie, stop.
It's all good.
Jesus.
But yeah. So he said that to Murder Mook or to Tay Rock, and he was like, "Oh, that don't register to you because your mom is still here." So when y'all say that shit to me, this is what I feel, and he kind of like destroyed him. It was beautiful. Like lyrically, anybody who lost their mom is like, that's exactly how I feel. Because everybody want to say, yeah, say that again. Fuck that nigga mom until it happened to you.
Right.
That being said, I'm prepared for someone to say something disrespectful like that.
Right.
So that's all I'll say about that.
I feel like once you get up there in that upper echelon and people do their homework, and unfortunately, like I hope it wouldn't be from this, but like they get that information, it's definitely gonna happen. And
that's like, kind of.
Do you just like take what like someone like Tay Rock and like just your personal experiences from your battles and just like mentally prepare for that? But you still gotta throw hands at the end. There's
2 sides to battle rap, and people don't usually talk about the second side. There's the offensive when you get to get your shit off and you get to be a superstar.
Right.
You get to be a fucking wrestler for 20 minutes.
Right.
And then there's a defensive side when you just got to sit there and let this man talk shit about you.
Right. Spit in your face.
Yeah.
Well, not actually spit,
yeah, but like
from like
I get what you're saying.
The energy, yeah.
Yeah, that you got to sit there and let him say crazy shit. This one dude said he probably grew up in a gated community.
I remember that.
Yeah, and
I was like, actually.
Yeah, I'm like, and the first thing you want to do is defend yourself.
Right.
But you got to be able to just, these is all lies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know this man. Probably won't see him again after this.
Right.
These is all lies. This is all bullshit. It's just battle rap. He doesn't know me. And I could sit here and try and defend myself, but once you start talking during somebody else's round, they got to you.
Right.
So the defensive side, you have to be able to take the energy that's given, roll it off the shoulder.
Yeah.
So am I prepared for someone to say crazy stuff? Kinda, because you never know what someone's gonna say
until it happens. Right.
But you also have to be prepared for your worst case scenario. Right. Like, what is this person gonna say that would trigger me? Somebody says something about my sister, I might slap shit out of them. Mm-hmm. She's 14. There's no reason why her name should even be in your mouth. Right. But you don't know that. Like, unless you did research. Right. The only way I would take it personal is if they did research and said something specifically to me, just to be like, because there's some people who try and follow that Arsenal blueprint about being disrespectful. Yeah, so I've seen people say crazy shit in battles. Mm. It's like, your bars didn't win you the round. The disrespect did. Right. Now, if I spit in your face, does that make me a better battle rapper based off of that logic? Right. No. If you got to go to that lengths and sink to those lows to be relevant, you aren't meant for this. Right. The best battle rapper can make you feel something about someone who he doesn't know. Right. And whether it's true or not, because lies aren't necessarily good either, but like, I feel like this is an intense rivalry, and this is probably their first and last time meeting. Right. That's a good battle rapper. Mm. Someone who can make something from nothing. That's why I like Jada Nightwing. He was real good at breaking people down and breaking people's styles down, and that man is great. I don't want to get too deep into like quoting bars, but he was talking about the way that the battle rap culture, like the fans are kind of the worst part of it because they just want popcorn material. He said they want the bow. Everybody been doing that. He was like, they want the bow. They want to be wowed by your Mickey ass charm. Right. Layers. They don't want Jermaine. They call me so-so. Deaf to what I'm producing. Opera music. I'll always leave y'all on a high note, but y'all not into it. Crazy. Tough. Crazy.
I feel like you said something that went over my head, and then I got sad.
The man said they want they want the bow. They want to be wowed, like Bow Wow by your Mickey ass charm, the Mickey Mouse charm that Bow Wow used to have. They want the bow. They want the wow by your Mickey, like kind of finicky charm. Right. They don't want Jermaine. They call me so-so. They think I'm.
That's tough. Yeah.
Deaf to what I'm producing. Mm-hmm. Opera music. I try and leave y'all on a high note, but y'all not into it the way that people fall asleep, and that's just a very layered bar. That shit is crazy.
Tough. That's tough.
And he does shit like that, and it's weird. It's normal when it's coming from a nigga like me with a high pitched voice or whatever, but when it's coming from like a Diesel, The Rock sounding nigga, Samoan motherfucker, it's like, yo, this nigga's real. Yeah. Just one of my favorite bars from him, just so layered. I like shit like that. Yeah. So yeah.
And you could tell because you actually do give those multis in your rounds.
I'll be trying.
Meat out the freezer. Meat out the freezer. Had the whole joint on fire for a minute, man.
Yeah. That was a good moment in my life, just to know that, like, oh, y'all fuck with that. Yeah. Like, that was dope. I feel like everybody could relate to that moment. So
for sure. Because when you said it, I was like, ooh, like, yo, let you not take that damn chicken or that ground beef or whatever. Yeah. As soon as you hear them keys, you sitting there trying to run the hot water over it. Like, no, I was sitting here. I don't know what's.
It's over. Yeah, it's over. It's over. Yeah, everybody done been there. That was
now the whole house can't eat. Huh? Because now the whole house can't eat.
Exactly. Yeah. That was definitely a moment for me, and I was happy.
What were you thinking when you wrote that bar, or was that off the top?
No. I write everything. I'm not. I never act like I'm good at freestyling. I'm not. I'm not good at freestyling off the top. I have a huge respect for people who do that. I like to sit down and, really get into my shit.
Right. Formulate what you're gonna say.
What I thought. The thing is, I thought, like, what type of feeling can I give niggas, And I was thinking about the times in my life when I was like the most scared. I'm like, it's usually like when my mom come home and I ain't take, well, there you go. And I just wrote it. And I wrote everything around it. I'm real big on rhymes. Mm-hmm. So I'm sick. Your ass couldn't give me a fever. You think you an animal? Time for you to meet with the cleaver. So much conviction. I make an atheist a believer. I get niggas that feeling like when your mother come home, dramatic pause, and you ain't take the meat out the freezer. Yeah, great just a great punch.
That was a nice setup and everything. Yeah, it was very good.
Thank you.
Of
course.
Appreciate it. I told you that right after that battle. I hit you. I was like, "Yo, that line had homeboy in the back, like."
Yeah, they made him a meme,
face.
Bro.
Yeah,
they made him a meme for that. That shit was crazy. That was wild. I like that. That nigga.
And right before that, you had the interview up there with
I was at Rough Riders studio.
Yeah, with DJ. What was his name?
My uncle. His name's Pressure.
That's the guy who you interviewed with.
There was some other people, and the other dude named Intikana. Can't think of the other dude's name. But my uncle, he's the one who got me in there.
Okay.
Because he had worked there for a while.
Right.
And he was telling me, like, yo, when you ready, come down and we'll do you an interview or whatever. And it was years that went by after he told me this, and I was just like, I didn't feel like I was ready. Mm-hmm. And then I had this battle. I was like, yo, Unc, I need that favor. So he was like, I got you.
That's what's up. The art of knowing when it's time. A lot of people want to rush something like that. They know it got it on their plate or in the back burner, and they'd be like, I need it now.
Yeah.
But it's big and it's mature of you to wait until you really know that you're ready for that.
I mean, yeah, because I wasn't always good at rapping. Like, I wasn't always like I didn't know the minutia of rap. I like to compare myself to like a Rock Lee as opposed to a Naruto or Sasuke, in the sense that like some people are just born with it, and I do feel like on a certain level I was born with it. Like I do have that natural charisma that people gravitate towards.
Right.
So yelling on a track is easy. Rapping is the hard part, and I wasn't always good at it.
Right.
So when he told me that, I was just getting started out, and I didn't feel like I was ready yet. Also, I didn't really have nothing going for me. I wasn't known as the dude from Buffalo who be battle rapping, or the dude who came out with the Buffalo versus Sucka show album, or the dude who the meat out the freezer guy. I wasn't known as that yet.
Right.
And I was like, I need to kind of build some sort of momentum before I decide to go and have an interview in the same studio that DMX recorded Where My Dog's At.
Right.
Like, that's kind of a big deal. So I wanted to make sure I was ready. And when I got to battle, and I like the material that I had for that battle, I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready now. Mm-hmm. And when I went there, he was like, yeah, you ready? He came to the battle too. And he was just like a proud uncle. Like, yeah, he here now. He ready for it. So yeah, that was it is good to know when to pick your punches, you know, because that interview isn't at all impactful if I didn't have nothing to show for it.
Right.
Like, if I was like, oh, I'm rapping sometimes, because that's what it was for a while. It was just like, I'm just rapping sometimes. Now when people see me, they like, when your next battle? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it crushes me when I'm like, I don't really got one lined up. I'm working on one. Mm-hmm. Some of the material that I got for these niggas in the future is going a lot of head rolls. But right now, I might have one next month. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Here in Buffalo?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the Buffalo Cats? Okay. Can't talk about it?
I don't want to talk about it just yet.
But
that. I'm working on something.
Okay.
I'm working on something.
Man. So when you go into these preparations for these battle raps, what's it look like? Because I feel like it's just a totally different world from actually writing an album, which you've done now. We'll get into that later.
It's not fun.
It's not fun?
It's not fun.
Really?
It's a dark, dark place.
Damn.
Not to sound sad or nothing like that, but usually, like, okay, Chris, you got this battle on this date. My biggest fear is choking.
Right.
So I'm hard on myself when it comes to preparation. I'm preparing for this one performance. But that's why when you see me perform, you're confident that I know what, the last thing people were thinking is, well, he going to choke. But I know that if I don't prepare properly, then I would. And I never want that to happen to me.
Right.
So I over prep. Now, that's the easy part. The hard part is when I have to write and think of things to say to this person because none of the bars that I write ever really come from like I'm just trying to be sweet. I already know that I'm a wordsmith. I already know that I'm lyrical. I know that I can say somewhat crazy stuff. I know that I'm good when it comes to words. English is my favorite subject in class.
Yeah.
I know that I'm good at that. I need to make these niggas feel shit.
Right.
And I need to hate them. I need to hate the person who I'm rapping against in order to get there.
So you got to put yourself in a different mind state.
I have to hate someone.
Right.
And hating drains you.
Yes.
So when I'm hating someone for 3 months and I don't even really know why, like there's no real reason. It's all competition at the end of the day. But in order for me to be successful, I got to hate them. I got to really like go to these dark places and like like just a prime example, when I'm thinking of stuff or when I'm getting ready to write, some people just write, go to the dictionary, go to the thesaurus. I don't even do that. The first time when I'm getting ready to write, I just sit there and meditate and do nothing and really just empty my mind. Sometimes I'll be at work. A lot of times I'll be at work and there's a thing called lockbox or whatever. For an hour, we can't have our phones. So we just like sit there and chill. Some people, go on the internet. Some people watch YouTube or whatever. Most of my writing gets done in there because I have to just sit there and be with nothing but my thoughts.
Does that work, you said?
Yeah.
Where do you work?
I do security.
Oh, okay.
But the lockbox is basically like it's like a lot of precious information in there that can't get out, so you can't have phones in there.
Oh, okay.
And we rotate in and out of there, so you do an hour and 20 in there, and then do that twice a day for your shift.
Got you. For some reason, I'm thinking like you all go to like a room and just like are punished. Why are you not having a phone and everybody's on YouTube? No. That's strange.
Nah, but yeah. So yeah, that's what Lockbox is, and I go there, and at first I hated it, but now I'm like, nah, I get to sit here and just. It's good for stress. It's good for, just to really like focus. It helps me focus.
Mm-hmm.
And what I was saying about the Naruto thing earlier, like a reason why I would feel like I'm more like Rock Lee more than Sasuke or Naruto, because I wasn't always good at this. I had to work for it.
Right.
Like I had to work, find out what all these words mean. And like prime example, if I ever hear a word that I don't know, I Google it.
Right.
Because I just have a respect for words for whatever reason. So yeah, sit there. And for an hour and 20, I hate this person, and I just think of, I just think. I don't try and think of anything witty to say. I just think, and I think, and I think, and I think. And eventually, something gets planted in my mind, which might be a thought. And that thought is like, it's like a light bulb, because for the most part, I'm sitting there with my eyes closed. The minute I had that thought, I open my eyes, grab my pen, write it down. And then that blossoms into a bunch of other ideas. That's when I start looking up words. That's when I start thinking like, oh, I could say this. Oh, I could flip this.
Right.
And then if their name is in my mind too, oh, it's over. I could switch this way, do this. And one of the things I'm real good at, not just, in battle, but like the album too, very long rhyme schemes.
Right.
I love that. I have such a respect for people who can do that. Because it's not easy to have something rhyme and make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So when I can do a long rhyme scheme, it's kind of like, yeah, like you good at this. You know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Get those long rhyme schemes or whatever. Have it all make sense. Have each, fucking punch. If I ain't really feeling something, take it out. Put something else in it. Just kind of work around it. It's work. It's work. And that drains you because. Now that I wrote this beautiful soliloquy of just shit, now you got to remember it.
Right.
Now you got to get the fucking, you got to get it down to where I don't got to think about what's coming next. I just know.
Right.
That's hard.
Mm-hmm. You got to
go sit there again. If I read it a couple times, close my eyes, get it. If I fuck up, I don't go to the paper immediately. Try and think of what will come next.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. Think. There's times where I feel like I'll never get it. I'll think about it before I go to sleep. And I'll go to sleep, wake up the next morning. I'll have it a little bit more than the last day, which is how I know you're getting somewhere. So that's just my process when it comes to writing. And when I'm done when I rap, when I do the battle, when I get the reactions and everything's all done, I just feel like an empty canvas. I feel like nothing. And it's the best feeling in the world because it doesn't feel like this looming date is hanging over my head.
Right.
It doesn't feel like, oh, you can't fuck this up. When I'm actually rapping and doing my thing, it feels good. It's like, yeah, I can get this off, and people reacting to this the way that I thought they would, or people reacted to this and I didn't think that they would catch that at all. And you know, it's stuff like that. It's just like, this is why I do this. If I didn't love this part, I wouldn't put myself through the stress that comes with trying to be great as a battle rapper. And I don't think a lot of people take this shit serious. I take it serious.
Right.
Because this is what defined me for a long time. And I love battle rap ever since I was a kid. Like, I grew up watching Murder Mook, Lux, like, you know, Iron Solomon and all of those niggas.
Like the pioneers.
Yeah, like when Smack was still on DVDs.
I was about to say Smack DVD.
Yeah, that's where I come from. And it's great that it's so easily accessible now. Because if battle rap wasn't as easily accessible, I wouldn't have had half of the ideas that I had. Because you watch these battlers and then you get inspired. You're like, yo, I can do that. I want to. And I never been one to be like, oh, I can do that and just do it. I wanted to be like, I can do that and be great at it. And if not great, better than them. So, do I think I'm the best battle rapper? No. Do I think I'm somebody who people should sleep on? Absolutely not.
Right.
Which has been happening a lot. I get in front of these niggas and they think, oh, he a nerd. He got glasses. Whatever.
Right. They think it's sweet.
They think shit's sweet around here. And it's like, no, it's not. And they get their ear chewed off. And that's their fault for not. That's their fault.
It is.
Scotty, that's their fault.
Right. It is their fault.
They got to deal with that.
Facts.
The nigga, I hate having to, you know, I don't want to throw salt on the wound, but that nigga Klax left after that. Like, he didn't stay for the other battles.
Just bounced. Dude, that's my next question. Who do you think you did the filthiest? Who do you think you did the filth? Because I have an idea, but
who do I think I did the filthiest?
It's between two people for me.
It wasn't Brills.
Brills was actually not bad.
He was great.
Yeah. And
it wasn't until I had my battle with Klax that people was like, oh, I can understand why you had a respect for Brills. Even though he said what he said, my round went on a little long, and they was like, nah, let's cut it short. He was like, no, let him get it off.
Right.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. That was when I was like, yeah. The first one I think I did the filthiest was Klax, though.
Yeah. He just kept choking. Or am I misremembering? He choked a few times, right?
It was the microphone.
Yeah.
I say if the microphone fucks up your performance, you're not built for this.
Yeah.
Because if my microphone fucks up, hey yo, fix my mic. I ain't saying another thing till y'all fix this shit.
Right.
And not to be rude, but I want y'all to I want to give a good performance, and I need y'all to get this mic shit situated. He didn't do that. He didn't take control of the room.
Right.
So when he does all of his shit, and then the second round, I just come out of nowhere and just call him a bitch-ass motherfucker and get a reaction out of it.
That was great.
That means, yeah, I have more control over the room than you do.
Right.
The bar that got Genesis, when he, because I showed him, as soon as I had got back, ain't nobody else had seen it yet. And I was like, I got to show you this. The bar that made him like pause and just take a walk was me trying my 100%. You trying your 100% is me trying my 60%. And I'll compromise. If you do the math, that's 3/5. And he's a white guy. And that's when I was like, yeah, I want you to feel this, nigga.
God. That goes over a lot of heads.
Yeah, it was like when I did in the room. If you listen, there was a couple people like, somebody in the background.
Yeah.
So if it hit, it hit.
Yeah.
If it went over your head, you ain't pay attention to social studies.
Right.
But if it hit, the 3/5 compromise,
right.
So white guys, the perfect scenario. Oh, and I told the nigga I'd take the black power fist and crack you with it. That was, yeah, nigga.
That's nuts. That was nuts.
Yeah, he felt that. So I would say I did him the filthiest if I had to It's an arcade game. 1 token for a couple of punches. I guess we met. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
that was nasty. You in that one, you showed the evolution because like Stack Daniels battle, I thought that was great. But you just evolved every single time to the point where we're at Klax.
Stack Daniels wasn't even my first battle. My first battle
wasn't.
It's a dude named Don Cappers.
Oh, from here.
Yeah, Capital DC. Yeah, he.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. Did I see that?
I think you were there for it. You might have been there.
I might have been there.
You might have or might not have. I don't know. Anyways,
only one of the 2 options that are available in life.
Yeah,
you may have been there. You may not have.
Yeah, yeah, right. That's the only thing available. Yeah, it was Don Cappers or Capital DC or whatever. And the judges who were there said I lost that one. Yeah,
okay, I do remember seeing that, and you didn't lose.
Yeah,
you did not lose.
Everyone else said I didn't lose, but they were like, "Oh, we feel that you're just not being yourself." This was coming from someone who I had never met in my life. I was like, "You feel like I'm not being myself?" Okay, bruh. And that hurt. Even though I know I didn't lose.
Right.
That hurt.
No, you didn't lose by like a little either. I mean, you didn't win by a little. You won by a lot.
That was my first battle. That was my first battle. And they said I lost, and then I was just. It was like my story arc. I'm like, I will never. It will not be close next time. I would never. I don't even want it to be debatable. Right. I need y'all to understand. I'm really good at this shit. I'm good at what I do.
Right.
So, yeah, I think Klax did the filthiest though.
Word. One more question about battle rap, and then we're gonna.
Yeah, by all means.
Gonna go ahead. So I know you said Jay and Nightwing is your current favorite. Who is your overall best of all time? Or give me 2. Best of all time and your personal favorite of all time.
Who do I think is the best of all time? Lux.
Okay.
I know that's a really basic answer, but no, really. I've only seen Lux lose once.
To who?
Murder Mook. And they got a healthy respect for each other.
Right.
And I'm not talking about the one from back in the day. I'm talking about the most recent one that they did when they did the rematch. When he went up against Mook, something was off, and he just wasn't in his. He's
choking a lot, right?
He wasn't choking. He didn't choke with that battle, but he just. It felt like he was taking battle rap for granted, and it felt like Murder Mook reminded him what this is supposed to be.
Right.
And ever since then, that nigga Lux has been like a problem. Like, you can't fuck with him. Like, there's nobody who can, like, first of all, stage charisma alone through the roof. The nigga don't gotta do much. The nigga just like, they gonna love this, and then people go crazy. And you really do get excited.
Right.
You can't say it's gas because, no, really, when he, you Smack, is you ready? Is you ready?
Right.
That shit gets you hyped because you know it's about to be some shit.
Right.
Smack is you ready? It's just so simple.
Right.
Smack is you ready? Cal, is you ready, nigga? They gonna love this simple shit.
Right.
And he get to the some of my favorite Lux bars is just like stuff that I'm like, yo, how did you think of this? Just what the fuck? The bar that made me say I want to be a battle rapper, because at first I was just enjoying it, but the bar that made me say I want to be a battle rapper was when that nigga told Cal, like, is your money being long worth your lifespan being shorter? I was like, I need to do this.
Yeah.
I need to feel that. I need to feel that in person. I need to do it.
Right.
Lux is just like a different like caliber of person, like just rapping in general. Like the nigga, every box he ticks. Who do I think is the best, if not Lux?
So Lux is your personal favorite.
Personal favorite.
Okay. So yeah.
Who do I think is the best? Which
I mean, you could say it's also Lux.
Well, yeah, you could say it's also Lux. Also, I mean, there's no way to really have favorites in this day and age because there's so many. I like different people for different reasons. Just as much as I can say the Lux is the shit, I can say Mook is the shit too. But
do you like that though? I'm sorry to cut you off. Like the how many choices you have with everything now.
Oh yeah. It depends on the scenario. I don't like how many choices I have when it comes to like something that you can get enough of. Mm-hmm. Like I like wrestling. I'm a real big wrestling fan. CM Punk just returned last night. That was amazing.
Yeah. I just heard about that actually.
AEW was fucking great. But there's a lot of wrestling out there. It's good, but I can't keep up with it all.
Right.
Because it's not just wrestling. I'm watching wrestling YouTube channels, podcasts. It's a lot of content to consume with a certain niche.
Right.
There should be a lot of battle rappers, though.
Okay.
There should be too many battle rappers.
Okay.
You should have a battle rapper for every mood that you're in.
True.
There shouldn't be one style that everyone gravitates towards.
On that same note, do you think there's too many regular rappers?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. There's a lot of people who picked up. This is why I say I was like Rock Lee, because I was one of those regular rappers who just picked it up because I was like, oh, I want to feel cool. Mm. Not to say that was my driving force behind rapping. Hip hop's always been in me, but when I first started rapping, before I even recorded Rap Guys with Genesis, the first song I did, I just wanted to rhyme words because I thought it was cool, and I like rapping, I like busting rhymes, and I like doing it.
Yeah.
But when I sat and created my own full 32 bars with no filler in between, that's when I was like, yeah, I'm not just a regular person. Yeah, there's a lot of people who do this just to feel cool. No, I'm not throwing shade on his name, but Stack Daniels was one of those people who was doing it just to feel cool.
Right.
Came across me. Every battle he had since then has been spectacular.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Brills, he's a good battle rapper. Came across me. He's not been fucked with since.
Wow.
So
you're kind of like restoring the feeling for some of these guys, or making them understand like Mook did to Lux.
Yeah, people. Wow. I think the thing is people don't have passion these days,
right?
Because everything's so quick. You just popcorn or microwave gratification, as I would call it.
Right. And you kind of spoke on that earlier too when you were talking about how you feel like they don't take it serious.
Yeah.
And you take this serious.
Yeah, I take this real serious. If you want to get on stage in front of people who paid money, like money ain't easy to come by, really. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Like it requires time. We don't get time back. Time is money. So like if you got people paying their money and their time to watch you battle rap, you better give a fuck.
Right. Facts.
That's how deep into it I think. I think these people went to work at a job they don't really fuck with all like that to get the money to pay for this. I need to make it worth it. I need to let them leave and go, yo, that nigga C Saint was... I need to let them feel something. Ooh. You get that adrenaline rush and shit, that feels good. That lets me know I gave you your money's worth.
Right.
I'm not giving you no bitch ass show. I'm not here just because I want to look cool.
Just to look right.
And a lot of people get up there and they just want to look cool. They want to be, they too cool for school and they just,
super.
I'm gonna say this, but I'm already a superstar. No, as far as I'm concerned, when a nigga see me, I suck.
Right.
And I gotta prove him wrong. Everybody who don't know me, when they hear me rap, I need them. I had a mentality of like he think that I'm trash or he just don't know me, and I need to make an impression. I need to make an impact. Music is one thing. I do music because I love it. Battle rapping though, I need you to know like, yo, this man is the truth, and I want to be able to say one day I saw him in person. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I take this shit real serious. The fact that like it's enough to just say you can't get this time back. You can't get this money back. This time that you spent on this earth in this one moment will never be anything other than what you did. And in this one moment, you are giving your full energy and attention to me. I have to give it back.
Right.
I have to give it back. I have to give you something that's like makes you feel like it was worth it. Because there's nothing worse than wasting your time doing something that wasn't worth it.
Right.
That's how deep I am. And that's why I'm so hard on myself when it comes to battling. Because I'm like, I want people to feel like it was worth it. So, back to people who I think is the best right now.
Yes.
Daylight. And
feel you.
I like Daylight before. After his rounds with Tay-Rock, I was like, no one's fucking with that.
Yeah, that was an insane battle. That was a different level battle.
Tay-Rock held his own, and that's why I would call it a gentleman's 3-0, because it wasn't like competition.
That's a nice way to put it. That's a really nice way to put it.
It's a gentleman's 3-0. That's the terminology in battle rap. That's what
okay.
It's like when you 3-0 someone, but it wasn't like they weren't good.
Okay.
It wasn't like they choked. It was just he was on a different level. But it doesn't mean you were bad. It's like if you were A+, he was S rank.
Right.
That doesn't mean that you're bad. On any given night, you would have 3-0'd a lot of other niggas. But that night, that nigga was insane. So
some good analogies.
Yeah, it's a gentleman's 3-0. Like he 3-0'd them, but that it's not that your rounds weren't good. It's not like I'm even gonna skip your rounds.
Right.
That shit was just insane. So Daylight, when he went up against Tay-Rock, dude, that man, he rapped different. He wasn't slowing down. It was punch after punch. It was like it gave me a new energy for battle rap. And when I saw that, I was like, Lux got a lot to work with. He got a lot of work to do if he gonna fuck with that. Because that was, man, it was crazy.
And they haven't battled yet, right?
Nope. It's coming up soon. It's coming up soon.
It's booked?
Daylight and Lux. Yeah.
It is booked? What?
It's for sure happening.
Do you know like when? Or they're just when. It's just like speculation.
Yeah,
half
me personally kind of want a crowd there. I'd be totally fine if they did it dolo. Cause I need to hear this.
Hear it, yeah.
I need to hear this. I need to hear that.
But sometimes the crowd energy though,
just
gives you more hype.
Crowd energy is what gives people the energy. You don't have a Big Gerald without a crowd.
Right.
But I need to hear this. That's why that Tay-Rock battle with him and Daylight was so good.
Right.
Because it ain't no crowd.
Right.
That's why the Tay-Rock battle with Tay-Rock and Mook was so good. Because there wasn't no crowd. They was talking to each other. They really didn't fuck with each other. And me and you, man to man, we're going to have a conversation.
Right.
I like that energy.
That's dope energy.
I'm not one to really, I'm not like a confrontational person. I don't be fighting or nothing like that. But when I got a problem with someone, I'm talking to them about that problem.
Right.
So the idea of I don't fuck with you and you don't fuck with me, and we gonna sit away from everybody else and just get it all. You say what you say, I'm gonna say how I say. You say what you say, I'm gonna say how I say or how I feel. You gonna say what you say, and I'm gonna say how I feel, and that's gonna be the end of it. We're gonna dap up. We ain't gonna deal with this no more. That's the type of energy I like. Right. Don't make a scene because the crowd. That's sometimes it can be gas and it can be fake.
Right.
I need it to be like that intimate. Like it's just me and you. I like that. I would be fine in a small room and a big room. But either way, I like that. Daylight, the shit that he did in that small room, he wouldn't have been able to get through his material in the big room.
Right.
Because it was just so...
It would have just been too much. Hold on.
Just too much.
I get that.
It was in a small room, it wasn't no crowd, still got reactions from people. It was insane. So I think he's probably like... There's like the final boss, and then there's like the final boss.
There's like the hidden boss.
That like, it ain't too many people I feel like is really about to be on Daylight time right now. Because he just gave a new energy for it. So
can you even name one that
I want to
possibly...
I want to say Jada Nightwing, but probably not. King Los gave him a run for his money, but it was...
He didn't really pressure you?
King Los is dope. I've never been a fan of him, but he had a... I will say in a battle between... This on YouTube. On a battle with Daylight and King Los had the most memorable bar of the night. Daylight still won, in my opinion, because his shit was just... Do I think there's anyone who could fuck with Daylight right now other than Lux? Because Lux is going to have to.
Right.
I mean, I want to say Chilla Jones, but they already battled.
I like Chilla Jones.
Did you see the Daylight and Chilla Jones battle?
I did.
The rock, paper, scissors was...
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah, so Chilla Jones...
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, that... Chilla Jones, I want to say, but... I'm trying to think for anyone from the new class. Chess probably could.
Really? You think Chess could go up against Daylight and have like a he wouldn't win.
It would be back and forth.
What do you think?
I would, if I had to guess, I would say 2-1 Daylight, unless Chess go in his bag that we know he can go in.
Man,
then it would probably be 2-1 Chess or 1-1 and debatable.
Right.
But it wouldn't be a 3-0 either way.
Right. Okay.
K-Shina, no. I don't know. Because you can't gun bar Daylight.
Right.
So who does Daylight go against after Lux? Like,
some shit.
It got to be somebody new. Another person who I've been fucking with lately is a new person. His name's Easy the Block Captain.
Okay. I like that name.
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. His name's Easy the Block Captain. You got to say the whole thing. That man, the energy that he give was so raw and so like, are they about to fight?
Oh, wow.
And I love being on the edge of my seat, not knowing these niggas gonna keep it battle rap or somebody gonna swing. Because, he was in the nigga face. The nigga will move, he'll still be in his face. I'm on your ass. Gave an insane performance. And you know that his energy was authentic too. Because one thing I don't like is people who energy ain't authentic. This dude named NXT now. He's a battle rapper or whatever. It don't feel authentic. Now that's not for me to say because I don't know the man from a fly on the wall. But it feels forced. Some people can say that about me, but no.
I was gonna say, like, I kind of know you outside of like just seeing you on battle rap. I've been around you, and like that's you're a high energy person.
Yeah, that's who I am. But maybe they don't think I would actually swing off on someone. You're incorrect. Like, you're like, I
that's false.
Yeah, that's. I'm here to tell you right now, that was a lie. Like, I don't want to have to, but I'm not above it.
Right.
I protect myself because a lot of the places I be going to be outside of Buffalo, so I'm not at home.
Right.
I'll be ready for the bullshit.
And you be like actually outside, not in some like nice area.
Yeah, we be in here.
Yeah.
And the thing is though, that's how I know that like I'm not no bitch, because all of the battles that I had have been in their hometown.
Right.
Every person who I battled has been their home turf.
Right.
Whether it be Brooklyn, whether it be not Brooklyn, whether it was Queens, whether it be Harlem, whether it be Detroit. All of the people who I battled was from there.
Right.
And the crowd still fucked with me more.
Right.
I could only imagine what it'd be like in a Buffalo crowd.
Insane. With someone from out of town trying to talk that shit to you. Yeah.
So yeah, I need that. I need that.
Definitely.
So
let's talk about this, man. I know you just dropped the album
last night. Well, not like last night, but like yesterday.
Yesterday, 12. When it was dark out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like Thursday night, basically.
Yeah.
So I dropped it at close to midnight as possible.
Right.
You heard it? You listened to it?
I did listen to it. Buffalo versus the Sucka Show, Volume 1.
Yeah.
How do you feel, man? I feel like I asked you this a bunch of times, but we're on camera now.
So you know how I was saying, like, the weight lifted off my shoulder after a battle?
Yes.
It feels like that, but much more polite. Like, it doesn't feel like this depression over my shoulder from a battle rap. It feels like you did it.
Right.
Like you accomplished something. I've been making music since 2013. Never had a full album.
Right.
Got a bunch of songs. Never had a full album.
You had a couple really nice singles too.
Yeah, like I wasn't
with videos and shit.
Yeah, but never did a full by myself album. This is all me. This is all my idea. So this is like the first one. And it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. There's no reason why 2021 I just now came out with an album. But I did the research on what it would take to do it, and I did it all by myself.
Right.
And it feels like hearing people say like, yo, keep it 100 is my joint. It's like, feels great.
Yeah.
So I feel like the album was as good as it could be. I feel like it's worth listening to. And a lot of people say that about their music. Like, everyone says that about their music. Everyone's going to tell you to sell, like, oh, yeah, go check it out. Everyone's going to tell you to say that. But my selling point is the fact that none of the songs sound like anything that ever came out of Buffalo before. And I'm not just bullshitting. I went out of my way to hear what the Buffalo sound is like and hear what my sound is like. And it is different.
It is definitely different. It's
not just bullshit. Like, it's like, oh, this is a beat that, like, you don't know where the beat's going. You don't like, this isn't like a, even like from going from Buffalo versus Sucka show to Keep It 100, two totally different beats. That's what I wanted. That's like what I was aiming for. Just to sound, I wanted to sound unique, but I wanted to sound authentic to myself. And all of it, every song on the album achieved that. There's live music on there. I played a guitar at some point.
Oh, you're Chris on guitar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fire.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder who that is. And I wonder if that's their stage name, but all right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's you.
Yeah, I play guitar too.
That's sweet.
But no one else. If you could name, I'll give you $5 right now if you can name another rapper who played a guitar on their songs.
You would keep your money.
Right. So nobody else is doing that. So that's kind of how I feel. And I feel like it was successful so far. I mean, obviously we, still got loads more to do.
It's only the second day.
It's only the second day.
Right.
I'm trying to sell autumn CDs. And I feel like I can't stress enough. I just feel like it's worth listening to. Like, it's a 10-track song. One of them's a skit. One of them is an intro. So it's really like 8 songs. All 8 songs, like there's at least one song that you'll like. You know what I'm saying? And I've been getting a lot of people hit me up. Like, my phone's been going off nonstop since I dropped it, and people have just been like, "Yo, this is different. Like, this is different shit," and it feels good having that, because like, this isn't a battle. You don't get instant gratification with an album.
Right.
It's slow. You get some people over time like, "Yo, man, I like this. But it's worth it when someone really is like, "Yo, no, for real, this song is lit." Makes me feel good every time. And I appreciate everyone who even bought an album, everybody who like fucked with it, everyone who even just took the 27 minutes to listen to it. I really, really, really appreciate it, because it was a lot of work and creativity that went into making it. So, what songs you fuck with, though?
My favorite stuff, you know me, I'm a very sentimental person. I like to Approach Me. The vocals on it were very nice.
Shout out to Charlie and Lauren.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's definitely my one. When it first came out, I was like, "Yep, this is my vein."
That's what's up.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. It's something on there for everyone. Like, I don't do R&B music. This shit is outside of my wheelhouse.
Right.
If I will for a minute, the reason why the color is red, like on the cover of the album, is red and black.
Yeah.
Red, black, and white. My least favorite colors.
Really?
My least favorite colors and color scheme. And I did that because I'm like, in the album, there's a lot of songs that I'm going outside of my comfort zone. So I want this to be outside of my comfort zone.
Right.
So
I like that concept.
Yeah, like I wanted it to be outside of my comfort zone. I wanted it to be like something that I'm not comfortable with. I don't like red and black all like that. I'm not really comfortable with it. So I wanted to kind of do something that I'm just not comfortable with.
Right.
And like, Approach Me is not a song that I was comfortable with.
Right.
The Things We Do is not a song that I was comfortable with.
Right.
And this is that. Even just making an album and doing something by myself for the first time is something that I'm not comfortable with, because I never had to do it before.
Right. Yeah, you definitely stepped out of your well, obviously what I know you to be as far as like those
high energy bars.
Yes. On the Approach Me one, I like that. Also, when I saw this was coming out, I thought the one song you made, for your late mother, I thought that was going to be on there.
No, I wanted that to be its own thing.
Standalone.
Yeah, I wanted.
I wanted to tell you that I really, really respected and love that song.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
That's
because
nice to hear.
Doing something like that, it takes guts. It takes a lot more than just standing in front of a microphone. You're being so vulnerable. and you feel it, especially with the video. I literally teared up.
Yeah, the insight on that video, the place when I was outside, that's where we spread our ashes at. So I felt compelled to go back there and air my grievances, so to speak.
Right. I'm getting chills thinking about it right now. Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah, that was the place where we had spread my mom's ashes at, and it's a nice place. It's peaceful. I go there once a year. Or twice a year, kind of.
What place is that?
It's downtown. It's downtown in like some obscure, like if this is Canal Side and this is the skyline, it's like over here somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Like some obscure. I don't even know the name of it.
Kind of like Outer Harbor area.
Yeah. The Outer Harbor area.
I love going down the Outer Harbor.
And that's just kind of like where I go on March 9th and May 2nd. It was the day she died on her birthday. So that's just kind of like my escape to just look, Ma, I got a car. Look, Ma, I got an album out. Ma, I got a battle in a couple. When I had the battle was March 10th. And March 9th, I had went to the spot, and I just kind of was like, "Ma, I got this battle tomorrow," and I don't know if you want to hear it because I'll be cussing a lot, but I got this battle tomorrow, and I know that you like seeing me rap and all of that stuff. It was a couple, like one of the songs that I had made back in the past. She had listened to it on her way to chemo, and I'm like, yeah, Ma, I'm rapping and I'm doing this now. Like, people know me as C Saint. Ain't that crazy? And I'm just like kind of talking or whatever. And when I was able to get that out and really talk to my mom on that day, I knew I couldn't be beat no matter what.
Right.
Because I knew that I would be happy with my performance no matter what. I knew that I was comfortable with myself no matter what. And I don't know what Klax has been through, but it's not what I've been through.
Right.
There's pain in this. These lyrics that I write on this sheet of paper. There's passion in this. These lyrics that I write on this sheet of paper. There's work in this. These lyrics that I write on this sheet of paper. But more importantly, there's loss. And I don't judge people on what they've been through. I judge people on what I see. A lot of people don't see the loss because I hide it so well. But it's there.
Right.
And the only time you will see it is in a video like March 9th, 2017, or like me just getting it out there. I don't talk about it much because I just don't want to. The grieving process is something that no one else is there for. I got to deal with it by myself.
Right.
I'm still dealing with it.
Of course.
I deal with it every day. But doing that video, that was even the first time my family heard me talk about it, really. Like, they didn't hear, I mean, they know how I felt about it, but they didn't hear me vocalize it.
Right. Actually vent it out.
Yeah. And I said some things in that song that was like, fuck, like, you wouldn't know. And I said I lost my mom, but that killed me too. It did. Right. A part of me died that day.
Of course.
And from that, a new me was born. The me that can't go home anymore, because home is where your mom is.
Right.
And that's why I said your mother is your home, and when you don't have that, you homeless. So yeah, a new me that know how to take care of myself was born that day. A new me that knew how to do for my own, and a new, like, a man, like what a man should be, was born from that.
Right.
Her passing, because up until that point, my mom was my mom and father. My dad wasn't even really all like that. He wasn't there all like that. My mom, Christmas Day, she there.
Right.
Had to steal my presents one time from the store that she worked at.
Wow.
That type of shit. We gonna eat one way or another. We gonna wash up one way or another. We gonna keep our heads up one way or another. That, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's who she was.
Right.
Didn't realize it until she was gone. Didn't realize it until I was like, fuck, I know what she mean now by your friends won't always be there for you. She wasn't saying that as a derogatory thing toward my friends. She was saying that like, no, really, they won't always be there for you. Right. So you got to lace them up yourself. Oh, fuck. Man, if my mom could have saw me do that battle.
Right.
Either one of them. She would have loved it. She would have really, really, really loved it. Mm-hmm. And if she could hear the album, she would have loved it too. Because I ain't always cussing. Her biggest thing was like, you always be cussing. I was like, but Mom, where do you think I get it from? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She would have loved this album. I know for a fact she would have. And the March 9th song is like just getting it all out there. I wasn't doing it for views. I wasn't doing it to look pretty. It wasn't supposed to look pretty. It wasn't meant to. It was just a way for me to articulate how I felt.
It looked like therapy.
Oh, it was. It was definitely like, you know, me getting out. Because like grief is like it's weird because it doesn't come at once. It comes in waves.
Right.
Over a long period of time.
Right. People
who think that you can just get over something like that when you lose someone, they're lying. You can't just get over it. Because you think about, dang, my mom ain't had no grandchildren. She ain't get to be with me when I found out I had a sister.
Right.
That my dad had a daughter. She wasn't there for that. She kept telling me about it. She was like, Chris, you probably should talk to your dad because he might not be lying about that. Nah. Damn, I wish I could have told her she was right. Yeah, you was right, Ma. This is what she looks like.
Right.
She wasn't there for that. So that's me trying to, and not just for myself, but for anyone, because like it was a couple people who hit me up and a couple people who lost their moms. And they was like, yo, this is exactly how I feel. This is exactly how I feel. And people who still had their moms, they don't get it.
Right.
You can sympathize. You cannot empathize.
Right.
They just don't get it. And the sad thing is, I hope you never have to get it.
Right.
But one day you might get it.
Right.
And when you get it, like I will be right there as a shoulder to cry on because I know that there's nothing I can say.
Right.
There's nothing that anyone can say. Sorry ain't good enough.
Right. Right. I'm saying like I just to like understand.
Yeah.
I can't understand.
And it's not a bad thing though. It's not a bad thing to not be able to understand.
Right.
If your mom's still here, beautiful.
Right.
Text her and tell her you love her right now because she can respond. But people don't get that. People don't understand that part. My teacher, my old science teacher, she played that song for her kids, for her kids, and it was like a psychology class, and they were talking about grief, and she played that song for them, and it was like a learning device. And because of COVID, I wasn't able to go and teach these kids. It would have been so cool if I could.
Right.
I hope she does it again. I would love to go and teach the kids and like really like help them, you know, talk about it and everything. But yeah, I told the kid, I was able to like write to them though. I was able to like write, and she read what I wrote to them, so that was cool.
That's cool.
To still be able to like communicate somehow. But yeah, I told them like, yo, tell y'all mothers y'all love them, because you still can.
Right.
Like, do it. Like, there's nothing holding you back.
Right. Because
when you can't, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Not to make this a thing about grief, but like there was a moment when I was like having talks with God, like Jesus Christ, like what the fuck? What am I supposed to do with this? This monster that is grief. What am I supposed to do with it?
Right.
There comes the depression, and the 5 stages of grief are real. You do go through all of them, and acceptance. The thing is, and I like to think that like the 5 stages aren't just 5 stages and that's it. It's 5 stages that continually go in a circle.
Right.
Acceptance can lead you right back to denial. You can accept it. Yeah, she gone. You start thinking about the shit you can't do anymore, and it can lead you right back to denial. And then you got to go through all of those motions again, and you get back to acceptance. Now, it's not a circle that's as fast as, sometimes you might go through that grieving stage in a week. Sometimes it might take 5 years to get back to denial.
Wow.
Next time it might take 10 years to get all the way back to acceptance.
Wow.
But it's still there. It's always going to be there because grief doesn't go away. So if I'm like, when I said death is just a disease, death is just a release, and dealing with the deceased have you questioning your beliefs, heaven's just a manipulation to keep you relaxed. Well, shit, how about I pray to get her back? A paradox. You're supposed to believe in heaven. You're supposed to. It's real fucking hard to when moms ain't there no more.
Right.
And not to, if whatever anyone believes in, beautiful. It's hard to believe in that when you're going through what you're going through. Because you don't know. We just don't know. We have our beliefs. I have so many evidences of a higher power. So I believe in a higher power.
Right.
Until I get to that point when it's like, but my mom's is gone. Fuck. We don't get no signs. You don't get no communication. You don't get no evidence. Those are the 3 things that let you know that something exists.
Right.
Death takes all of those away. So how am I supposed to comprehend? And then you start to think about your own existence. Mm. The idea that I just one day won't exist anymore. But I know I exist now. But one day I won't. Fuck. That's how this album is born. Because I need to have left a mark.
Right.
I need people to have known Chris was here. I need people to have known he was a very talented individual. Yeah. Not to say that my mom didn't leave a mark. She left a mark where she was supposed to leave a mark. But I want, and selfishly, yeah, it has a lot to do with the instant gratification. I want the gratification. I want people to like me. It's not a bad thing.
Right.
I want people to fuck with the stuff that I do. I want people to hear my music and go like, yo, Chris, that shit was crazy. I want that.
Right.
And this is how I get to that. Buffalo versus Sucka show.
Right.
Approach me. Keep it 100.
Hey, man, that was definitely deep. Definitely deep. So, yeah, good segue back onto the album. Not to cheapen anything you just said.
Oh, no, not at all. That's what podcasting is for.
But talk to me about the cover, because I did want to ask about that. I know you said black, white, and red.
Yeah,
okay,
so
we got that.
The color scheme is, like I said, just me stepping outside of my element.
Yeah.
But the cover itself is my friend, shout out to fucking Chelsea. I've been trying to get her to work more. She's an artist. She draws.
Talking about
Chelsea Brown.
Yeah, I went to school with her a long time ago.
She's been pivotal in my life for the past couple years. That's awesome. That's my man's right there.
That's awesome.
So she drew it. I used to draw these things called saps in high school, like little comic books or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And that's why they got square heads.
Gotcha.
And she drew just a better version of it. And so you got to, just a couple random things going on. You got to do just right front and center. You see me dropping the microphone, dude crying. That's representing. That's representing my battles.
Right. Okay. Shit. Okay.
That's just essentially how niggas be looking when shit goes
after
on.
After you're done with them.
Yeah. You got the dude in the background, the DJ. He not on an Apple computer. He on a Cherry computer. I
didn't even peep.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
What's the cherries?
Oh, just it's nothing deep. It's just I like references like that. It's just a part of my personality of the small references that I'll make or understand.
I got it.
You got the speaker that she's sitting on or whatever, and she's kind of literally in the picture and like just drawing the life. Like she's like drawing what she sees, and this is the result of that. I'd like to think that she's drawing the picture that is right here. That is it, yeah. You got the person in the top left corner is like just doing whatever. No real sentiment behind that. And then you got the dude doing an elbow drop in the lower left hand corner, and that's like representing me loving wrestling. So,
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's like
there's a lot of imagery that pertains to your actual personality in life. Yeah, things that you actually do like.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that the wrestling was in there because I'm like, yeah, I'm a big wrestling fan, and
yeah,
you know,
I like that.
So
now that it's explained more, I like it a lot more.
Yeah, she drew the cover. She made it for me, and we went back and forth shooting ideas. But everything that she sent me, I was like, yo, this is fucking fire. And we made like little tweaks here and there. So if y'all want some shit drawn, hit up Chelsea Brown. She is fucking spectacular at what she does. She's really She drew my shirts too. The Buffalo vs. Sucka show shirts. She drew those too.
Oh, okay.
So she's good at what she does, bro. She's really good at what she does. And the microphone is red and my eyes are red, and to me that's just like showing how focused I get when it comes to like everything I just explained previously. How focused I get when it comes to doing this thing that we call art.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Glad you like the cover though. I'm glad you fuck with it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's very nice. So what's your favorite track off the album? You know, a lot of people will tell you their favorite track, but what's the one
You're the first person to ask me that
stands out to you? Really?
So for a while, okay, so like whenever the most favorite comes into mind, I think of whatever it is, whether it be battle, song, music, whatever. I think of what is the best and then what's my favorite, which is why I think Lux is the best and kind of my favorite. Lux is the best. Jade Nightwing's my favorite. What do I think is my favorite?
You can give me two.
I think the best song on the track, because every time I recorded like a song or whatever, every time I came out of the studio, I was like, yo, that's the best one. That's it. That's the best one. I like them all, obviously, for different reasons. What I think is the best is Approach Me. As an overall song and structure, I think it's just beautifully made. The story of me telling the perspective of one girl and one guy who are too nervous to approach each other. Yes. And the thought process behind that was that everyone's always talking about how they get the girl. Oh yeah, girl, I'm right here. What's your name? And I just want to talk to you a little bit. Everyone always talks about that. No one talks about the people who are nervous or a little shy.
Right.
No one talks about them.
Right.
And I know that it happens. I know that it happens when you're looking at a girl, she's looking at you, and y'all really want to talk to each other, but y'all just don't know what to say, how to start, and y'all both nervous, so it never ends up happening.
Right.
This is the mental chess game that goes on in that small amount of time. That's why I like it. I think that's why I think it's the best.
I like that approach.
Yeah. Well, I think it's my favorite though. What is my favorite has to be Keep It 100. It's just me in my rawest form. It's a song that I like, a vibe that I liked, and I heard it. I heard the song, or I heard the instrumental, and wrote to it. And when I finally got to hear it, I was like, Chris, you are fucking amazing.
You're nasty.
Like it's rare that you get to sit back and just be like, I am like good.
Right.
I'm good at what I do.
Right.
And that was one of the songs where I was like, when I first heard the instrumental, I had the whole song in my head already. And I wrote it all down. And to hear it come to life is like, yeah.
Right.
The video is almost done.
Okay, so I was going to ask, are you going to do any videos for these?
Video, we went to Cedar Point and shot a video in Cedar Point. I don't want to get too much more after that.
Okay.
But because who else in Buffalo is shooting a rap video in front of a roller coaster?
I've never seen it.
I mean,
there you go. I don't think I've ever seen it in general. So there you go.
Yeah, I wasn't doing it. And the thing is, the biggest thing for me, I wasn't like when I had these ideas, I'm not doing them because I'm trying to be original or unique. I'm doing them because these are genuinely my ideas that happen to be original and unique.
Right.
Keep It 100 is, man, like as I'm editing the video, I'm falling in love with it too. I'm like, this is fucking amazing, dude. Like, Same way I felt about the Squad video. As I was editing that video, I'm like, this is gonna be a good video.
That was a fun song.
Good song. Good time.
Right.
He was in that video. Scotty was in the video. Y'all gotta check that out.
I was in the video.
Yeah, shit was lit. what video you got? Like, who do you know can go from talking about something as serious as grief and then jump a white boy in the middle of the next song,
right?
In the span of 2 songs, and then rap in front of a roller coaster on another song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the best nigga out here. I'm good at what I fucking do, though.
Right. So, you have a lane, you have a niche, and you definitely hone in on a sound on this too, which is perfect because a lot of people struggle to find their sound early on. But you've been doing it since 2013, so that whole time I assume you've been building that sound up.
Yeah, just kind of.
And that style.
Yeah, just kind of like, I wanted each song to be different in a unique way. If you want to go through them, the intro. Shout out to Genesis for doing the intro for me.
By the way, good intro.
Thanks.
Because Genesis, when I saw Genesis on the intro, I was like, I've heard Genesis on intros before. Most notably Paul Athel's first project. He did that joint. And I'm like, he's a good intro man. And then this one came on, and I was like, yeah, he's still a good intro man.
Yeah, so Genesis did the intro for me. He fucking killed it. The first song, the Bizzle Body, not Bizzle Body, but the
Bizzle on the drums.
Yeah, he was on the drums. Ronnie, my cousin, we grew up in church together. He was on the drums. Hands down, the best drummer I've ever seen and probably ever will see in my life.
Damn.
Some of the things that he does is just so intricate. And if you're a musician, you know he's the best at what he does.
Right.
And I asked him about it. I was like, you want to do this? He was like, yeah, I'm down. So the song Undisputed Era, that's a wrestling reference for the people who get it. So a couple of my wrestling friends got it, and they was like, they fucked with it. I wanted that to sound like I was in front of a live crowd. I wanted it to sound like this is what it would be like if I were to perform for you people.
Okay. Because that's the type of energy I was getting from it. Was like you kind of like molded this after like a live show, because like the first, the second, and I think the third one too had like those like loud, boisterous like vocals to them.
Yeah.
That kind of like sound like you were in front of an arena.
Yeah.
Was that part of what you were going for?
I wanted. Because there's no energy like live energy.
No, definitely not.
And when you in front of a live audience or whatever, you feel that. So I wanted to come out strong. Like I wanted people to, feel the energy if I were there live. If I would ever do Buffalo versus Sucka show live, I would probably only do that song because I would not have a voice afterwards.
Right. Or do it last so you can have a voice leading up to it.
So Buffalo versus Sucka show came strong. Glenn made the beat for that.
Cove?
Yeah.
Word.
And when I heard that beat, I was like, I will pay you whatever amount of money you need to give me this fucking beat right now. We worked it out. Gave me the beat. Oh, that beat was so fire.
Yeah.
And I had 4 verses on it, and every verse I wanted to switch up my flow.
You never get that anymore. 4 verses?
4 verses, nigga.
Bro.
So...
You lucky you get 1. You lucky you get a 16 and some hooks.
So then it goes to Keep It 100. That was just a song that I heard. And the reason why that's different is because it's like a chill vibe after all of the live shit.
Right.
Approach Me is, borderline like a infusion of hip hop and R&B.
There's good storytelling on that one.
Thank
like you
you.
were already talking about.
Thank you.
Well, like I was listening to it, I was like, oh, he's actually like really, really saying stuff here.
At the end of Keep It 100, when the beat changes and I go, do you see this tripping? That was the intro basically to Approach Me. That was like where I was like, okay, I'm going to use this to segue to that.
Right.
And if you pay attention, I say that to the girl in the song. Do you see the tripping and falling off the deep end? Already noticed she make my knee bend down for a proposal.
Right. Fire.
So, like...
a nice foreshadowing.
Yeah, like that was a way to kind of like, and then she says, but that begins when you asked if we could be friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was a way for me to like get that in there. After that, I do the tribal meditation, and a lot of people been fucking with that one too. And I got to play the guitar on that, which is, again, that's different because I haven't played a guitar yet.
Self-taught on the guitar? Or?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been playing since 2011.
Damn.
Yeah. and I'm playing at my church mainly.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
What church go to?
Solomon's Temple, 92 Monroe.
Okay. Is there any like specific denomination?
I don't know all of that.
Oh, okay.
I just be going because they tell me to.
True. Go to church. All right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool. Don't fall asleep. Give me a guitar. Okay. Cool. That's basically that.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, I got to play the guitar and like really. I noticed people don't hear me play the guitar often because I don't put it out there much.
Right. No, I just found out you played the guitar.
So when people was hearing that, they was like, "Wait, that was you?" I'm like, "Yeah, you play the guitar too?" And I'm like, "Y'all didn't know that? Like, I've been playing for 11 years. I thought y'all would have known by now, nigga. No, because you don't say it often." Oh, well, shit. Now the people who know me know, yeah, Chris is nasty on the guitar, but like, I didn't put it out much. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should put that out more. Not saying that I'm gonna do a punk rock album next, but I might.
Who knows?
I'm not above it.
That'd be very different with your like vocal patterns,
like Bulls on Parade type shit. We gonna work on it. So that is one of my favorite songs, dude.
Facts. Yo, that whole album was unbelievable.
I need to listen to the whole album. I only heard the song.
You only heard Bulls on Parade? You didn't hear People of the Sun?
No, I heard Bulls on Parade. I have this thing where I don't listen to people's music I'll let up if I like a single from them because I don't want to be disappointed.
You don't want to be disappointed.
Yeah. So I'm scared. I'm scared to listen to it. That's how. Like,
I'm the same way.
Yo, I'm scared because I don't want to hear it because it happens so many times. It's like, yo, this shit fire.
Yeah.
Everything else is trash.
And you're sitting there, you ruined it.
Yeah. But that's how I started listening to Gorillaz as much as I did.
Mm-hmm.
Because Clint Eastwood is amazing.
Right.
Then I heard Saturn Bars, and I was like, this is probably the best song I've ever heard. Saturn Bars goes so hard, especially in the car.
See, I never heard that, so I wouldn't know.
Do yourself a favor. I don't recommend music often.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor. The Gorillaz, they got a storyline in they shit, too.
Really?
Yeah, all of their videos is a storyline. Someone broke it down.
Somebody told me that once before, and I was like too lazy to go look into it.
It's worth looking into. It's
really?
It's not. I mean, I don't like all of their songs, admittedly. They got a song with Schoolboy Q that's fire too, but I don't like all of their songs. But Saturn Bars is fire, and the storyline is enough to keep you interested. So, but that was the first time I played the guitar on a song. Then after that, I was like, I'm doing a lot of sentimental shit. Let's get back to that ignorant shit.
Yeah.
So then you got Bizzle Body Bag. Just pure bars.
Right.
A long 2.5 minute rhyme scheme. And then at the end, I go on a rant.
Yeah.
You might be asking yourself, why the rant? Want to know why? Because I get tired of these producers making the same beats over and fucking over again.
Yeah.
Yo, I got a video on my PlayStation somewhere. This dude sent me a bunch of beats. I ain't gonna say his name.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say his name, but I could.
Can you tell me after?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Send me a bunch of beats.
Put a note here. Because I'm gonna forget.
He sends me a bunch of beats. And I listened to him, and I was like, there's a video on my PlayStation of me going, I bet I can predict the beat, the drum pattern of this beat. And then I go, I bet the beat gonna sound like Scott. When I tell you that as soon as the song beat dropped, it did exactly that. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh, I was so disappointed. I'm like, yo, you suck, bro. Do something. Yo, you see that video on T-Pain?
Yeah. Do something else. We have this already.
That's how I feel. Those were my sentiments exactly, bro. Do something else. Do something else.
We have this already. We have Baby, Da Baby, Lil Baby. Oh, man.
These niggas, man, they just want to do it to do it.
Yo, fact, somebody was talking to me the other day about, like, yo, why do you still, I'm not trying to put it on me, but it's in the same vein. They're like, why do you, why do you think that you're going to make something this music thing when there's, like, thousands of people doing it? I was like, because I'm serious. And, like, literally everybody else is playing. Like, and the amount of people who are serious and better than. So I don't really have, like, you know, that feeling of, like, man, all these fish in the sea when I'm a shark. And you feel the same way. because you literally take it serious. You just told me that. It's elementary, my dear Watson, which was never said, by the way.
Yeah, what's understood don't need to be said.
Right.
We get it. Don't know if they do.
Right.
So yeah, I was able to just do the whole Bizzle body bag. And then Umar, I went on the rant. That shit was funny as hell. Kent was dying laughing in the studio because I was just ranting. I was really just going off.
Yeah.
And I was like, we don't have to keep that in. He was like, no, we're fucking keeping it in there. And I was like, all right, cool. He was like, that is too funny not to keep it.
The Outer Limit skit was funny too.
Yeah.
So that really brought out who I know you to be in real life.
Right.
I was like,
Just to beat up a fucking producer for
who the fuck is you? First of all, it's Genesis, by the way. Geneticist.
For dare asking me if I think I'm the best battle rapper.
Yeah.
Now, that was an homage to this joint on the old Flip Mode album. It was the same thing. Somebody asked him, what makes you think Flip Mode is the greatest? And he just beat the shit out of him. It was so funny. So, yeah, and I got to shout out my brother and sister. That was pretty cool.
That was just
And then, after Bizzle Body Bag, got Meeting of the Minds. And this is the first time that me and Jay Smooth or Obi Ben Smooth or Umar or whatever the fuck you want to call him.
Oh, that's who that is?
Yeah.
Because I know him as Jay Smooth.
Yeah.
Cool
ass
his
dude. Changed his name too many times.
Cool ass dude. But go ahead.
The nigga can rap. Now,
for sure.
Very seldomly do I give praise to people who rap because a lot of times I hear niggas and I be like,
yeah.
He is one of those people who I feel like I might not be able to rap better than. He is a rapper's rapper.
Right.
The man can spit like. The first time I heard him, I was like, yo, you should be you should be rich.
Right.
The man, his voice, his flow,
the tone.
He don't. It sound like he not trying hard.
Yep.
The nigga got crazy energy. The nigga can fucking rap. I told him, I'm like, yo, you want to do the song with me? He was like, bro, hell yeah. We did the song together. We wrote it. I heard his verse, wrote my verse, and when he come on the joint, his voice, his projection. I'm just like, yo, this nigga is so fucking ill, bruh. This nigga is so fucking ill. This nigga can rap. He is a rapper's rapper. And it's not too many people in Buffalo I think can fuck with him. So I really felt like I had to hold my own on the song.
Right.
And I think I did. But if someone were to tell me, nah, he got you on that one, I wouldn't be mad at it. Because that nigga can fucking rap.
Right.
That, let me tell you what brutal is. I'm not with the newer kids. He can rap, bro.
Just a nasty, like very, like you said, very chill.
Yeah, he's not trying.
Right.
And he just is that good.
Right.
There's something to say about when someone's not trying and they just are that good. So yeah, I had to work for it on that one.
Yeah.
And then the last one is the things we do. Again, going outside of my wheelhouse. So like that was the joint with Umar. That was the first time I hit someone up. To like I got collabs with Genesis, but other than that, I don't really got rap collabs with people. Right. So that was like me stepping outside of what I'm used to.
Sidebar: is that because like you like to just keep your own?
No,
to yourself
I'm too lazy.
Too lazy.
Yeah, okay. I'm too lazy to reach out.
I like the honest answer.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no reason to lie to you. I'm too lazy to reach out. And plus, people be having their own things going for them, and I don't want to feel like a burden. I would like to think that after they hear this, they'll know, okay, I want to be on a song with that man one day. I like to think. I'm not going to force it.
Right.
So then, The Things We Do is another one of those songs where I'm like, all right, I'm going to sing a little bit here. There's a little bit of harmony. And I did it, and he had to do the pitch correction. This is how I know I'm not just like these other niggas, because when he did it, I was like, yo, make sure you got the pitch correct on there, because I know that I'm a little off. I know that, like, I used to sing in a chorus or whatever, but I'm not a singer, so, like, I know how to carry tune, that's it. And I'm like, I know I'm a little flat, so just fix it. This man put a full auto-tune on it. I was like, Ken, don't ever do that again. Don't ever, because that sounds disgusting. When he put the auto-tune on it, I was like, hell no. No, we're not doing that.
Some auto-tune sounds bad.
Huh?
Some auto-tune sounds bad.
Yeah, but a lot of people would have heard that like, oh, that shit dope, and kept it on there.
Right.
Nope, not with that song. It just don't make sense.
Right.
And I'm not afraid to go against the grain if it means making me sound how I need to sound.
Right. You keep it you.
Yeah, keep it me. So by the time a couple people finished it, it was like, oh, that's it. And that made me feel like, yeah, Yeah.
There should be a
volume 2.
Y'all want
more.
Yeah, right.
So, I don't know when Buffalo vs. Sucka Show Part 2 is coming out or Volume 2. Don't know for sure. Mm-hmm. But it will be a Part 2.
It will be a thing. Okay. You think it's going to be the same 10 track
I don't know. I'll think
layout?
about it.
Okay.
I got a lot to think about because now niggas want music.
Right.
Now that niggas want music, I got to make music. And I'm going to be doing that more.
Okay.
Got paid from it.
Right.
Handsomely. So.
Nice.
Yeah. Am I going to feed a family with this? No, but I'll feed myself.
Now, is this just on Bandcamp?
It's just on Bandcamp. I'm working on getting it on Spotify and Apple Music.
Okay, cool.
I don't know how to do that. Do you know how to do that?
I do know how to do that.
We will be talking a lot very soon.
Absolutely.
Because I need your help. I don't know how to do it. And I need someone to just teach me the fucking way to do it. That way, Is it hard?
No. I got you. After this, I'll show you some things.
I might have to go in a little bit, but
okay,
I'm gonna be texting you because I want to do that like next week because I got a couple days off of work. I got like 5 days off of work. My birthday next week, thank God, and I'm gonna be turning 28. This is a good little birthday present, and I just want to chill. So next week I wanted to I want to finish the Keep It 100 video. I might go home and do that right now, but I got some other stuff I gotta take care of, and I wanted to. I might I'm gonna be hitting you up though for real because I need people been asking me to get it on Spotify, so I need to do that and quit playing.
Yeah, we could definitely do that.
So cool. Glad y'all like the album though. It's on Bandcamp right now. It will be on Spotify soon. It will be on Spotify soon.
Link will be in the description, so you can go ahead and grab
Apple
that.
Music. Maybe Apple Music too. Is it worth it?
Can you put one on both? Put it everywhere.
We're going to do what we got to do. So we're going to do it. It's going to be on Spotify soon. You got to speak things into existence.
That's right.
The more you say, I will do this, the more it will happen. I told myself next year, I will have an album out.
So. And here we are, sitting here on something new, opening up, being vulnerable, getting all of our out in the open.
Getting it all out.
I couldn't think of the
putting it out there. Thanks for having me, though, for real.
No, for sure.
Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
We've been talking about this for a while, and I said I would do it, and I like to keep my keep what I said.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I had something to bring to this.
Right.
So yeah, next if you have me again, we could talk about aliens and shit.
Yeah. Like, this is like the first, like, you want to make sure everybody gets the story correct.
Yeah. And
do it in a good way.
Yeah.
Of course, in the next one we'll talk about whatever, and then also your music and things like that. But it'll probably be more the whatever.
We're gonna work on some shit, y'all. We got some shit to do.
Definitely. Well, this has been episode 35. Something new. Open up with C Saint
Squad.
Again, thank you for coming through, man. Is there any song you want to play to leave the people with? Off the album.
Play Approach Me. No. Play Keep It 100.
All right, this is Keep It 100 off of Buffalo versus the Sucka Show, C Saint, and we are gone.
Can you rock with me? Can you rock? Yeah, now can you rock with me? Can you rock? Now can you rock with me? Can you rock? Yeah, now can you rock? I keep it 100 when I be speaking. Keep it 100 when I be speaking. I keep it 100 when I be speaking. Keep it 100 when I be speaking. You don't keep it 100, then we can't be friends. Yo, I keep it 100 just like a C note. Casinos never keep it 75, boy. That's 3 votes. Rappers be faking lives. Do y'all see, folks? Even them niggas think they got drive. I'm the repo. Y'all suck, ain't even deep throat. Told y'all I make y'all fear me. You fear me? They saying they understand, but do they hear me? Kept it 100, that's the real me. Boy, I'm getting more looks than a hooker, that's too revealing. You can't follow in my footsteps if I'm walking on the ceiling. Inferior, stay giving niggas that feeling. My art's official, you artificial. I'm cutting and scarring tissue. These words about to cause an issue. Start kneeling. Cause I keeps it 100 when I be speaking. Keeps it 100 when I be speaking. I keeps it 100 when I be speaking. Keeps it 100 when I be speaking. You don't keep it 100, then we can't be friends. No. I keeps it 100 cause my demand's up. Keeps it 100 cause my demand's up. I keeps it 100 cause my demand's up. I keeps it 100 cause I'm demand, bro. If you keep it 100, then throw your hands up. I'm killing who don't supply my money. Peep how I'm keeping this nickel 5 times 20, 100. This ain't a pretense. Y'all fake it, then don't make it. You fail and we watch you descend. While we blow up and show enough, all the niggas surrounding me win. It's cool. If you alluding to losing, then we can't be friends. Only a fool will make the excuse that is ridicule is excused by concluding that it's shallow waters the deep end. Man, y'all don't get it. My shallow thoughts is where y'all deep ends. Eyes rolling when y'all be speaking. That's tough. Y'all ain't making a cut in. Y'all just making a fuss. 100 issues, 99 problems isn't enough. So what's your beef for? Tell them what you killing this beat for. Kept it 100 since 93 and even before. And we know they hating on the squad whenever we toast. There he goes. Cause I keeps it 100 when I be speaking. Keeps it 100 when I be speaking. I keeps it 100 when I be speaking. Keeps it 100 when I be speaking. You don't keep it 100, then we can't be friends. I keeps it 100 cause my demand's up. Keeps it 100 cause my demand's up. I keeps it 100 cause my demand's up. I keeps it 100 cause I'm demand, bruh. If you keep it 100, then throw your hands up. I keeps it 100 cause that's where C at. You keep it 97, but where is the other 3 at? You need that. And don't worry about my credentials. Y'all lower than y'all potential. The bottom is where y'all peak at. And mediocrity is cool for some, but 100, that's my rule of thumb. I like to see birds and stones and try to hit a 2 for 1. Speeding past my limit, still 100 if I'm losing some. And I'm flowing just like the trees. A boiling point, see, still 100 degrees. Flow smoother than wind on the morning breeze. They take one look and they shookin', but I'm at ease. 2 and 3 people failures, y'all don't have to remind me. I'm the 1, and I'm other 2 zeros behind me. I never let a 99 nigga define me. Don't mind me while I get on tracks and leave them a crime scene.
See this, tripping and falling all off the deep end. Time always stopping when she be speaking. I cannot believe this. Girl in my heart and she break the defense. Already know that she make my knee bend, but you know that depends. Only first asking if we can be friends. Only first asking if we can be friends.